Whether it's a towering monster, a relentless stalker, or a grotesque abomination, nothing quite hits like an unforgettable boss fight in a horror game. So today, let me show you my favorite 10 boss fights from horror games that'll have your heart pounding and your palms sweating. First up is Laura from The Evil Within, and trust me guys, she is literally a nightmare brought to life. With her many limbs, long black hair, and blood-curdling screams, she stalks you through tight, claustrophobic environments. What makes this boss fight so horrifying is how Laura moves. She's unnaturally fast, and the only way to stop her is with fire. You're constantly on edge, knowing that even the slightest mistake could result in her closing in for the kill. It's survival horror at its finest, and Laura is one of the creepiest bosses ever created. Next we have Jack Baker from Resident Evil 7, a boss who redefines the term relentless. Jack isn't just any psychopath, he's practically unkillable. Whether he's chasing you through the Baker family mansion or wielding heavy machinery in the garage, Jack just won't stay down. In one of the most memorable encounters, he hijacks a car and turns it into a deadly weapon, making this fight not only terrifying but also incredibly intense. Jack's presence looms over the entire game, and his boss fights will leave you breathless.
Do me a favor.
If you thought The Last of Us Part 2 couldn't get more terrifying, think again. The Rat King is a grotesque combination of multiple infected, and this monstrosity makes its appearance in the darkest, most claustrophobic area of the game, the hospital basement. As Abby, you're thrown into a nightmare where this boss not only charges at you, but can also break off pieces of itself to attack. Every second of this encounter is pure terror, as you're forced to dodge, shoot, and run for your life, while the Rat King tears through the environment like it's nothing.
Dying here.
Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 Remake is the definition of unstoppable. This towering tyrant stalks you throughout the Raccoon City Police Department, and what makes him terrifying is that he's always hunting you down. But it's the final encounter that really stands out. As Mr. X mutates into an even more monstrous form, you're left with limited options. The tension is at an all-time high as you try to stay one step ahead of this unrelenting force of nature. The Naked Lady boss fight from Bramble. The Mountain King features the Skogsra, a seductive forest spirit based on Scandinavian folklore. This encounter is one of the most memorable and disturbing in the game, blending beauty with horror. This fight stands out in the game due to the stark contrast between Skogsra's initial beauty and her terrifying transformation, along with the dark fairy tale atmosphere that permeates the game. It captures the unsettling tone of the game, where mythical creatures are not as benign as they might first appear. Few bosses in gaming are as hauntingly beautiful as the Dancer of the Boreal Valley from Dark Souls 3. Her ethereal movements are hypnotic, but don't be fooled. This boss fight is brutal. The Dancer's unpredictable attacks keep you on your toes. And her elegant yet deadly movements make her one of the most unique bosses in the Souls series. The contrast between her graceful movements and the sheer terror of the battle creates an experience you'll never forget. Dead Space is known for its grotesque necromorphs, but the Hunter takes it to another level. This terrifying creature has the ability to regenerate its limbs, meaning no matter how many times you dismember it, it'll keep coming back. The claustrophobic environments, combined with the relentless pursuit of the Hunter, make for a truly nerve-wracking fight. You're constantly on edge, knowing that your weapons can only slow it down, never stop it. The Hunter perfectly embodies the fear and intensity that Dead Space is known for.
Cryogenic freeze.
Few video game bosses can instill the same level of fear as the Xenomorph from Alien Isolation. This isn't just a boss fight, it's a survival horror masterpiece. The Xenomorph can't be killed, so you're forced to use stealth wits and limited resources to survive. Every creak, every hiss, every shadow could signal your end. The intensity of the Xenomorph's AI as it hunts you through the Sevastopol space station. This creates a sense of dread that lingers long after you've put the game down. Alan Wake 2 brings psychological horror to the forefront, and the final battle with Scratch is a mind-bending experience. Scratch, a doppelganger of Alan, twists reality around you as the environment warps and bends. The fight is surreal and disorienting, combining intense action with the game's signature dark narrative. As you face off against this embodiment of madness, the stakes feel personal, and the atmosphere is dripping with tension. It's a boss fight that perfectly encapsulates Alan Wake 2's psychological terror.
We lost power. He's free.
I'll fix it. We can hit him again. Anderson, there's more gear waiting. It's back on.
Now at the bed.
Last but certainly not least, we have Osmond Sadler from Resident Evil 4 Remake. This final showdown is as epic as it is terrifying. Sadler's transformation into a grotesque creature of writhing tentacles is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. The fight takes place on a massive stage with Leon battling Sadler's monstrous form while avoiding his deadly tentacles and eyes. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the fight perfectly caps off the tension and horror that Resident Evil 4 builds up throughout its entire story.
The people of this world shall become one for the holy order. With one will and one God, we shall witness the coming of a paradise, free from destruction.
Okay, so those were 10 amazing boss fights that will have your heart racing and your nerves shattered. Which of these horror bosses gave you the biggest fright? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also hit that bell icon so you never miss more terrifying gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.